In the last lesson, we looked at the fact that you need good posture to have a good grip. So in lesson 58, part 3, we're going to examine the grip in a little bit more detail. As I said earlier, my hands hang inwards and rest on my thighs naturally. I have to turn my hands so that they're level with my thighs, or if I bring my hands together, we now can have a neutral grip. Now, everything that we do in life requires dexterity from the hands, whether it's throwing a dart, or writing, or using a computer keyboard, or whisking eggs, even picking up a pin. It's a very precise skill. If I said to you, hold a mallet, you'd have a whole fist grip. But if I asked you to pick up a pin off a glass top, you'd have to position your fingers very exactly. We all throw a dart from the finger pads of the right hand. Can you imagine trying to throw a dart from the base of the fingers? It wouldn't work. So when we swing a golf club around our body, which is a very athletic movement, the hands are the link between the club face and the body, which provides the power. Now, I recently attended the Masters that was won this year by Jordan Spieth, and Jordan's game was so complete. He didn't overpower the course like some of the players, but his mental strength was quite remarkable. And as I watched players come through over a 3-hour period, the majority of the tournament pros do not have a totally neutral grip. In other words, their forearm bones are not dead neutral. They are slightly to the right, or in general, tour pros have a slightly hooky or strong grip. But common to them all is the fact that that grip is beautifully formed. So if I showed you a neutral grip thus, then if I twist my hands a little bit, it's not so harmful. When you're teaching juniors, when they're not fully strong, you have to accept they're going to hold the grip underneath. But as a caring mum and dad and club pro with your child in care, it's important that the structure of the hands, though twisted to the side for more strength, that the hands are used properly. So let's just look at the way that the club falls. In my left hand, the club falls across my hand at an angle. So if I turn the camera, you can see that with my palms parallel, my left thumb goes downwards. So I tip from the hip with good posture, and the left thumb is parallel to the shaft, right to center. Okay, that's just the way the good Lord made me. I do not want the thumb to go down the handle, because that's not the way that I'm made. I'm made like that. And if that's the way the body's made, let's obey it and hold the club accordingly. And I would say to you, it's a fist grip. The whole hand is being used, and that's why the handle of the club is thicker at the top. The right hand comes in, it's more of a finger grip. I like the idea of pulling a trigger, okay, or spinning a pebble across a pond. That trigger finger is important. So, if the left thumb is parallel right to center, the right hand fits it. I have then 3 choices. I can use all 10 fingers, the baseball grip. I can overlap the little finger, which is called the Vardon grip, or interlock the little finger and the index finger for the interlocking. Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth used the interlocking. The important thing is that the posture, as mentioned earlier, permits. So I tip from the hip to build the grip, to permit the grip. So here we go, I tip from the hip. The left thumb is parallel. The right hand locates on the left thumb. Now, if you imagine a tennis racket, can you see that my palm and my hand is parallel with the racket face? I think you'd think it's strange if my hand was here. You could imagine the racket twisting. Well, that's unwanted topspin that's called a draw or a hook in golf. Conversely, if my hand was aligned this way, then the club face would come in open with a slice or backspin. So if your palm is parallel to the racket, you choose draw spin, topspin, or backspin, fade spin. If I hold the racket well, but a little bit strongly, that's okay. You get a mild turning down. We can tolerate that. What we can't tolerate is a hand so far over that the club face closes down. So many of you hit your irons well and slice your driver because your hands are too far underneath. So, just to recap, It's posture that permits the grip. The left hand is a fist grip with the thumb parallel, and the right hand locates on that thumb. And we don't mind if the grip is a little bit strong as long as it's nicely formed. So with the youngsters, we get them to hold the club sweetly with a good grip, and as they get stronger, we bring the grip round into what's called a neutral position. And if you're going to fail, I'd rather you fail with your grip a little bit to the right, i.e. hooky, than weak and slicey. So there we have it. Good posture leads to a good grip. The left hand's in the fist and the right hand is in the fingers. And how you link the hands is down to you.